Na pwedeng magtanong dahil nga kinakailangan maliwanagan ng tao, no? Medyo nalilito ang lahat kasi nung una ang sinabi ni Senator well, binanggit na rin ni Senator Ontiveros, pero ang una sinabi ni Secretary Chodoro na itong Ayungin incident it was a true obstacle to the peace and the stability in the South China Sea. General Browner proceeded to say that this was tantamount to an act of piracy. However, last Friday, Executive Secretary Bersamin labeled the matter as a mere accident or misunderstanding. And then less than 48 hours later, Secretary Chodoro again said this is not an accident. Are we flip-flopping with the characterization of what occurred? It seems fairly clear from what we heard from our Navy and our Coast Guard what occurred. What exactly occurred and how do we term it? Kasi hindi rin kami nakakaintindi at litong-lito na ang mamayang Pilipino sa naririnig na parang paiba-iba naman ata tayo. Secretary Chodoro.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. The Executive Secretary was interviewed on the aftermath of the the second National Maritime.
Well, that was 5 days after the incident.
Yes, ma'am.
And it can hardly be a preliminary assessment 5 days after.
At that time, ma'am, after the national.
Limang araw nakalipas, nasabi na ni General Browner, piracy ito. So he was
because,
able to conclude that. Why did E.S. Bersamin conclude something completely
No, he did
different?
not conclude, ma'am. If you notice, being a Chief Justice, he used the terms probably, and he wanted to make sure of his facts.
I think there was no probably
There was,
about the mere misunderstanding or accident.
No, ma'am,
Walang
I think there was
yun.
probably, if we review the transcript, and he was asked about whether or not it was considered an armed attack. And somehow, it was, in answering that question, he said it was probably even a misunderstanding or what.
I'll have to review the same, but
I distinctly recall, ma'am, I think.
is it so?
Yes, ma'am, I think the staff can check the record of the transcript.
Regardless, it gave the impression that you were downplaying the incident following the meeting of the National Maritime
No.
Council. Kaya nalilito po tayo kasi nung umpisa, pirata na to. At saka talagang aggressive and illegal act of attack, ano? Pagkatapos noon, naging misunderstanding na lang.
No, after that, ma'am,
So,
we have
medyo
to-
nahihilo na kami. Hindi na namin
Hindi, ma'am.
paano ipaliwanag to eh.
dating Chief Justice po si ES, sigurado po siya dapat sa facts niya bago yun ho ang disiplina niya, yun ho ang training niya. Now, before po this
5 days after the National Security Council, the DND didn't have
Well,
enough
ma'am, for the
information.
for 2 to 3 days, ma'am, we were.
The former Chief Justice?
No, ma'am, it was the first time that we had met. As a matter of fact, during the incident, the Chief of Staff and I were in Korea to launch the 2 ships that are going to be delivered. So we had to hurry home and get stock of the situation because right now, ma'am, we're really implementing the area command concept where the primary decision maker will be the area commander.
I'm a little confused because 5 days later, there wasn't sufficient information. But General Browner already told us, talagang lumaban mga Pilipino with their bare hands. I distinctly recall that. This was before the National Maritime meeting. Are we saying that nobody from NMC, DND, and SA bothered to ask General Browner?
No, there were,
Anong
ma'am.
ibig sabihin niya nun?
We did, but in the NMC meeting, these were one of the agenda items, and the rest of the agenda items were the recommendations to the president. But even before this, the president had already scheduled a visit to Westcom, where he was able to personally spend time with each and every one. And after that, it came out already that he made the determination himself already in spite
Pero
of the
hindi pa
NMC.
yata si ES dyan dahil
Yes,
na,
ma'am. I think so because
ano ba nangyari dyan? Parang walang proper verification, sinalang siya sa presko, nagsalita siya, ngayon linalaglag ng lahat. Anong klase yun?
hindi ho naglalaglag, but there's no intention to do that. He's our primus inter pares, naturally. But I'm just explaining the context.
Where are we now, Secretary?
We are now on the statement of the president in
The
Palawan.
statement of the president was very general. We're not in the business of war.
No,
I mean,
it
what
is,
is now the official characterization of what occurred in Ayungin?
which is the reason for our press conference yesterday, to clarify that the incident is not a misunderstanding.
If you would put it on record, please, since we've heard so much,
Yes, ma'am.
that is so confusing.
I think, ma'am, that if I can introduce into the record the written transcript, I will submit it later for
Thank you.
from
But in
the
general,
PCO.
if you can provide the gist for
The
those who
gist
here
is, ma'am,
present.
it was a deliberate and deliberate attack, no, a deliberate aggressive action by China and an illegal use of force. So it is not a misunderstanding or an accident. And that is for the record, ma'am.
And ES Bersamin, as well as former General Centino, are all in agreement with this.
Yes, ma'am.
This is now the official position.
Yes, it is
Hindi na
the,
to magbabago.
no, ma'am, it is the position of the whole government, the executive branch of the government now.
Some people have made the connection that the defense establishment in the Philippines suddenly flip-flopped on what they had previously said upon the remarks of a certain Colonel Ray Powell. Who is he? In the website called Sea Light, he said that it was a deliberate attack and that he's the author of aggressive transparency. Who is he and why are his words perceived to be so influential in the course of action of the DND, such that within 24 hours, we suddenly have a vault fast?
There is no connection between Ray Powell and our establishment, ma'am. Let me be clear about it. We have our own processes. I'm assiduous in guarding the independence of our agency. We receive inputs from a lot of sources. However, as our officers can attest, I've been very, and the chief of staff and the president, the commander-in-chief himself, as part of our upgrade measures, are very assiduous in building up our capability to assess, process, and gather intelligence on our own, and to make ourselves more resilient in line with our...
You know him,
I know him
Colonel Ray
personally.
Powell. I
know
know
him
that he's in and
personally.
out of the Philippines. And is it true that assertive transparency, which apparently is the policy today, given that we have the media cover these events as well as invite even media personnel, is it true that he authored this policy
I
and that
would
we
not
are abiding
know,
by
ma'am.
it on his suggestion?
I would not know because the policy of the DND is military operations coupled with operational security and
We-
information operations.
That spokesman speak of the transparency strategy. Exactly the words this American consultant uses. Is that an accident?
Probably, ma'am, because the transparency options were developed by our staff and by
I think DDG
Director General
and ikaw
Hericos.
to both in. Sige. Kasi
Yes.
naangkin niya na siya daw ang nag-imbento ng assertive transparency and he would like to step up the promotion of his transparency strategy again to discourage or prevent the holding of dialogues between the Philippines and China. Can you just comment?
Yes, ma'am, but I'll
I think this has gotten quite a lot of media play, so I need a conclusive statement from your group.
thank you very much, Madam Chair and esteemed senators. The transparency initiative that the National Task Force is implementing is part of our national security strategy.
Kailan umpisa?
We've been doing that, Madam Chair.
I read the people say measured transparency. Is that correct?
Yeah,
When did that come into
we
play?
started with measured, then there was assertive, then eventually for us to be politically correct, we adopted the transparency initiative, Madam Chair, on the level of the National Task Force on West Philippine Sea. That was the time when we were able to
Kailan umpisa?
as early as second quarter of 2023, Madam Chair. When the National Task Force on West Philippine Sea did the workshop for the crafting of the national strategy for West Philippine Sea.
Was Colonel Powell or any one of his group?
He was never involved during
I
the
see.
crafting and the transparency.
Does transparency work?
Yes, indeed, Madam Chair.
So, many would observe that the opposite has actually occurred. Mas maraming magulo, may insidente mula nitong second quarter hanggang sa ngayon. Dati tahimik nga yan, di nga natin nababalitaan. Parang mas gumulo eh.
Madam
Tama
Chair,
ba? O hindi?
Uh,
Yes, Senator Antivero.
just a quick follow-up, Madam Chair, and the good director, Deputy Director General may also care to comment on it. Ako naman po, it's the first time I'm hearing yung ating mga resource persons discuss about measured or assertive or transparency initiative. Na-appreciate ko po ito kasi usually transparency is mentioned in tandem with end accountability. And ito yung isang kailangan nating masingil talaga sa China. Kasi siya, gawa ng mga ginagawa niya laban sa atin, tayo pang ginagaslight. Yung gagawin niya sa atin, iaako sa patayo na tayong gumagawa sa kanya. So there's no accountability she's showing towards us. Kaya just for the record, Madam Chair, na-appreciate ko itong transparency initiative na tinatalakay ng ating resource person sa atin because it is the twin of accountability na siguro isa sa mga prinsipyo ng maayos na pakikipag-ugnayan ng mga kapitbahay sa isa't isa. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Yes, perhaps we allow the director to finish. So sa palagay ninyo, talagang okay itong transparency initiative, nakakatulong. Kahit sa pakiwari ng iba, lumala pa yung mga engkwentro sa West Philippine Sea.
Yes, Madam Chair. It is our belief that this strategy that we're implementing, it helps us a lot. If you noticed, we have able to get the support of the international community because
Nalalaman nila
in
sa
this
wakas.
in this method, it is not difficult for us to tell the truth. I believe telling the truth will never be difficult, and we know for a fact that we were able to overcome the narrative of the adversary in the region. So that's why the support of the international community we were able to get and able to make our stand and fight for our sovereign rights, sovereignty and territory in the area, Madam Chair.
Senator Tolentino, please. Thank you very much, DDG Erico.
Karugtong po nung sinabi nyo, DDG Jericho, ito yung transparency. Sa kabilang banda po, ano po yung, para ma-educate na rin kami at yung ating mga kababayan nakikinig ngayon, ano naman yung sa kabilang dulo ng transparency? Ano naman yung, huwag mo i-discuss yung kung GSI, ano yung kine-claim naman ng kabila, pang counterbalance? Is there a counter transparency? Ano yun?
To our point, Madam Chair, the counterbalance of the other side, which to us as a country, we believe they do have the excessive claims in the area. That's why we are fighting for our sovereign rights, that we do have the sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. And on the other side, why we should believe of their narrative of an excessive claim which doesn't belong to them. That's why we are doing this transparency initiative for the Filipino people to be aware, not to bring disorder or not to bring chaos on the issues. Because as we believe, telling the truth, it will be easy for us, for each and every Filipino, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, with the indulgence of the Majority Leader.
Yes?
Salamat, Madam Chair at Majority Leader. Salamat dun sa tanong ni Majority Leader. Actually, nababalik din tayo dun sa unang agenda nitong hearing. Kasi tingin ko, bahagi nung counterpoint nung transparency initiative ng gobyerno natin ay yung influence operations ng China. Na tuwing may ganitong mga insidente, at napansin po ng mga researchers ko, pagkatapos nung ginawa nila sa Ayungin Show laban sa mga Navy personnel natin, bumuhos yung mga social media operations nila na talagang gusto nilang baliin yung narrative, impluwensyahan yung opinion environment at itampok yung kanilang gaslighting na naman at yung kanilang imaginary version na naman sa mga pangyayari. So I just want to thank the good Majority Leader, Madam Chair, dun sa kanyang tanong. At salamat kay DDG Erico.
Yes, maraming salamat. Balikan ko na lang yung kwento dahil maraming nagte-text, maraming nagtatanong kasi nga maraming balita. Last Friday, 21 June, E.S. Bersamin said that the NMC would recommend the publication of the RORE schedule. Having first said that this would be subject to the approval of the president. Spokesperson of PCG, Tariela, defended the proposal, saying it was not a way of asking permission from China, but merely an announcement to the whole world. Less than 48 hours later, it was reported Rory's schedule will not be published. So what is the purpose of publishing the Rory schedule in the first place?
Ma'am, it's merely a recommendation to the president because I think the
Recommended by ES.
NMC.
NMC.
Because we will treat the RORE as a routine and regular activity. It is a Philippine Navy vessel. We need to rotate and resupply. Those were one of the options that came out, but now that
Member of the NMC?
there are principal members, ma'am.
Yes,
So-
I believe it's executive secretary on board and
Yes, it's a collective
then
body.
Secretary Anyo
Yeah.
and
And
yourself as well.
yes, ma'am.
That being the case, it appears that at first you all agreed. Otherwise,
Ma'am,
no statement would have been
I think
issued.
you'd appreciate just like committee hearings, committee discussions, the discussions will be privileged, no? In any case,
In any case, you said
in any
it was
case,
a
the-
recommendation of the group at that point in
at
time.
that was a collective decision made. Now, that question now is moot because the president has said that there will be no publication or announcement of any
So
RORE
that's
schedule.
settled.
Yes,
because, it was then reported that the schedule will no longer be published. So has that proposal been rejected outright?
Yes, ma'am.
Even if it's not meant to be interpreted as asking permission from China?
Yes, ma'am. The president has not accepted the recommendation.
Previously, there were statements that 2 days before China would be apprised and so on, even privately or less publicly. Wala nang ganun din
No, ma'am. And insofar as I'm concerned, we never followed that
in the first place.
in that paradigm in the first place.
So I think so we set that aside. There's no Rory schedule being published publicly or privately.
No, ma'am.
So, okay. So maliwanag na yun. Ngayon, yung isa pang tinatanong, because there have been questions. In fact, many were urging the postponement of this meeting because bilateral talks were being undertaken, country to country, DFA to DFA. Are there military to military talks, PCG to CCG, DFA to China Foreign Ministry? Just yes or no. You don't need to go into the gory detail.
Yes, Chinese foreign ministry, ma'am, but not regular, case by case. But the BCM
Is
has,
this considered a case that deserves such a meeting?
well, we'll first see yung results of the BCM. If those go well, then we might be in a good position to have a higher level.
The
meeting.
which, sorry,
If the BCM discussions go well, halimbawa, there's a
DCM, sorry.
the bilateral consultation mechanism
Okay,
for the
BCM.
South China Sea. Kung if the results meeting goes well, we
What
might.
would you consider goes well?
Well, if there's some agreements reached on certain
Okay.
issues, there are many issues being considered, not
But
just
until
in.
then,
We'll like to wait and see, and then if the conditions are right,
go up to the
then we can go
DFA.
up to a higher
No, it's
level.
just a matter of great
Oh.
reassurance to all of us that you're talking.
Oh, yes, we have
That's all.
regular lines of communication. In fact, I have.
So
Oh.
you're actually awaiting this bilateral
I would
consultative
like
meeting.
I would like to wait first to see what happens before we do anything.
So you're waiting.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but there's no high level ministry to ministry discussion.
Not planned yet. this year.
Is there any DND or
No, ma'am.
AFP?
No, we defer to the DFA.
So
ma'am.
there's no military to military
No, ma'am.
discussion at all?
I have not
When's the
seen
last time you conducted such?
none, ma'am, during my time.
Never.
Never, ma'am.
Okay.
Only
Is there
I
an
visit.
instruction to do so at any point in time?
No, ma'am, until some fundamental fundamental processes have been settled where no recriminations.
What's prudent to simply talk to them, even on an informal basis?
No, ma'am, because they have a tendency of using the talks against us. They have not proven a level of good faith that would warrant our sensitive department to talk to them.
When was the last time, to your knowledge, if it wasn't under your watch, when was the last time there was a military to military discussion? We're all fully aware, of course, that after 15 years, the United States is now talking to China on a military to military basis. I was just curious.
I
Since they're
recall-
our treaty ally, if we are following their example.
I recall, ma'am, that
Diba, a few months ago, I believe there was for the first time after a long, long period, the Chinese military finally speaking to his counterpart in Washington, D.C.
Yes, ma'am, but
I was
they,
just curious if the Philippines has followed that
no,
example.
ma'am, because they have not displayed a level of trust and confidence that would make myself confident enough to engage them on a fair and level playing field basis.
Okay, so we've understood the DFA speaking, but on a sub-ministerial level, on a lower level. What about the PCG to the CCG? Are you talking?
Not anymore, ma'am.
But you just said earlier, but you just said that, during the Ayungin incident, you were on the radio, male and female, with the Chinese Coast Guard.
Yes, ma'am. It was the ship-to-ship talks, very
Just
tactical.
ship to ship. So it's entirely tactical. There's no higher level.
Yeah. The last time was in 2020,
Sorry.
2021, when the Joint Coast Guard Committee was still existing.
Joint Coast Guard. And why did that end?
It was not renewed, and I think the pandemic has also, affected it.
Oo. Kasi nag-pandemic. Pero ang tagal na natapos yung pandemic, hindi na na-resume. Okay, thank you. Just by,
Madam Chair.
And it has a lifespan of 5 years only.
What has a lifespan of 5 years?
The MOU that allowed
Ay,
it.
yung MOU tungkol doon,
Yes,
5-year lifespan. So, pero it hasn't lapsed. Kung 2021, kailan nag-umpisa?
Started in 2016.
2016.
Then 5 years, 2021.
So, yung
that lapsed.
2016, yung 2021 nahuli, no renewal.
No renewal. Pandemic na rin po.
Any intention to talk to the Coast Guard of China?
I think it is a policy decision that is beyond my pay grade.
Sorry, that's beyond your pay grade.
Yes,
Thank you. All right.
Madam
Yes,
Chair.
Senator Risa.
Yamanak, Madam Chair. Kaugnay po nung tanong ni Madam Chair kanina, I appreciate yung sagot ni Sec Teodoro na kahit yung renewed treaty partner natin, ang US, ay kumakausap na sa China, we don't necessarily follow that route. China and the US have their own issues, yung trade war nila, etc., etc. Pero mabuti na we are still capable of making our own decisions towards an independent, or even more importantly, an interdependent foreign policy na hindi lamang aligned ulit sa US, pero sa iba pang mga bansa who are like-minded to us dito sa issue ng pushing back against China. So for the record lang, Madam Chair, yung na-appreciate ko yung ganong stance sa ngayon.
Yes, two final issues that have been raised by the public and others in the know. You may or may not answer. There were reports that Chinese warships were actually spotted off Balabac in Palawan, and that they were already inside within the municipal waters of Balabac. Are we able to say yes or no? There are videos being circulated online and elsewhere that appear to prove the same. Is this innocent passage? And if not, how does the Philippine military or even the Coast Guard react? What actions are appropriate to take?
Ma'am,
In
these
this
were
regard.
innocent passage. They were challenged and responded to the challenge.
Again,
The vessels transited an international sea lane,
yes.
and they responded to identification calls pursuant to international practice.
Okay.
So it
they-
was innocent passage.
So I did. So okay na yan.
Yes, ma'am.
Tapos na yan. So they're gone.
They're gone, ma'am.
But they
They
were
just
there.
traversed. Yes, ma'am. They traversed.
Inside the municipal waters.
Hindi, ma'am. International sea lanes. They were not allowed.
International
Yes,
sea
ma'am.
lane. So mali yung report. Kasi
Mali po.
na medyo alarmist nasa municipal water.
Hindi po.
Ang lapit kaya no, nakakanervous.
Opo, ma'am. Nandun po sa transit
Okay.
lane from, ano ba yun? Yung channel? Sibuto. Sibuto Strait, ma'am.
Sibuto
At saka
Strait.
palabas. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know Sibutu. Yeah. Thank you. So that's clearly international. Walang problema ron. And finally, we'd just like to ask regarding the new bid of the Philippines to extend our continental shelf. Perhaps the DFA can just tell us a little bit about this. How many nautical miles from our baseline? What procedure are we undertaking? And it's been very, very clear that even upon filing, China already protested this action, that it infringes on their sovereignty, China's sovereign rights and jurisdiction. So in one fell swoop, bahala na kayong sumagot.
That's 150 nautical miles, right?
Yes, I think
Madam Chair, could I ask ASEC Alpres? He's been handling this issue.
Sige. Sige. Iklian na lang ninyo kasi mag-executive session
Yes, ma'am.
na.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mga gutom na yung mga tao rito.
Thank you po, good senators. Just quickly, we submitted our claim for an extended continental shelf of the Western Palawan region. The data was actually collected over a decade and a half of process and data gathering by our scientific working group. But the
It's just
actual submission,
data because some perceive it to mean some escalation of tension, di ba? Naasarang inchik eh.
well, the DFA does not see it that way po.
Sino?
The DFA does not see it that way. I think the fact that we submitted the extended continental shelf claim shows that the Philippines is very committed to what is entitled to us in UNCLOS, and it would be a good platform to show that we are committed to
It's a good platform. So, this is more media than legal recourse?
no ma'am, no ma'am. It's a good platform for, I was going to say it's a good platform for cooperation.
What was
For
the latest?
cooperation, pero maalma na nga yung mga Chino.
Ma'am, in our view, the China will object, of course, because they feel that that is part of their claim, but we do not feel that they have a legitimate claim to an extended
Chair,
continental
what
shelf.
was the latest?
Why is it cooperation? I'm sorry. In what way will this be cooperation?
the
Knowing
submission-
full well that, as you said, the People's Republic will object.
Yes, ma'am. But China is not the only one who can possibly object because there's a
Because so many
possibility, of
claimants.
course, that there are overlaps with other claimant countries. But certainly that provides us a way to discuss with other claimant countries a possible
You
way
don't
forward.
think it's a confrontational or even belligerent way to cooperate and discuss?
No, ma'am, we don't take it that way. That is not.
They
the view
appear
of the
to,
department.
so what do we do?
We will issue a response to their formal diplomatic protest as what was done before.
Yes, for our information, perhaps you can provide us a short executive summary
Yes,
so that the Senate knows what's up with that, because we need to know the procedure and understand what exactly we're claiming. The reports have been varied, 150 kilometers, 200 additional, et cetera, et cetera. Senator
Yes, ma'am.
Tolentino, please.
Madam,
And what was the latest convention the Philippines just ratified? Is this related?
BB
Uh,
It is the BBNJ agreement, the High Seas Treaty po, which is the third implementing agreement of UNCLOS.
yes. So the third implementing treaty is likewise related to our submission. Slightly.
Slightly, sir. Oh, okay.
Okay, Senator
Madam
Ontiveros.
Chair, yes, again, Madam Chair, I think the update given by ASEC Alferez is also good timing dahil kung hindi ako nagkakamali, sinabi ng Vietnam ba yun na handa na rin siyang makipag-usap sa atin tungkol sa competing claims. And we know that Vietnam is one of the most effective in pushing back against China. Not always completely peacefully, pero sana dumami yung mas peaceful na nila, mga engagement nila, but definitely effectively for the Vietnamese national interest. So magandang kasabay nitong Continental Shelf Claim Initiatives, yung bilateral na sana pagkakasundo natin sa Vietnam. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you very much.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Menandro Escueta, ayos yan Gibo, mas malinaw ang mensahe mo kaysa sa sinabi ni Verse Amin. Ikaw naman Senador Amy, ano ba talaga ang gusto mo mangyari? Nalilito ang lahat sayo. Pahayag naman ni Jesse Rivera, everyone knows it was not a misunderstanding nor an accident, keep it up Sec Gibo, all eyes is on you. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Dave Legaspi, yung mga taong pinaglalaban ang para sa Pilipinas at ang kapakanan ng Pilipinas, yan dapat ang mga iboto natin. Sana tumakbo tong si Gibo at ibibigay ko sa iyo ang boto ko. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.